Hi everyone, welcome back to Btech360. So GGSIPU round 1 seat allotments are finally out, and along with that the round 2 schedule is also out. Now in today's video we are going to do a detailed analysis of the round 1 cutoff, and we are also going to see what is the highest closing rank for the top colleges for CSE and allied branches under GGSIPU. So whatever your rank is, by the end of this video you'll have a clear picture as to which college you can get a admission under the GGSIPU counseling. Now, this information and guidance series is presented by MIT University, one of India's leading universities and ranked among the top 3% globally. Make sure you like the video and share it with your friends. And also, if you have any queries related to counseling, be it JOSA counseling, CSEP counseling, or the GGSIPO counseling, anything related to the engineering domain, we have a specific helpline number for you. All you need to do is text BTech on 813-037-6334. A senior counselor from our team will reach out to you and will make sure that all your queries are resolved. So now let's start discussing the cutoff. Now in the cutoff under the GGSIPU, we have two categories. We have home state category and we have outside home state category. Now we would be discussing for both the categories. We'll be starting with the outside home state category. So we'll be discussing the outside home state ranks in the general category for round 1. Now what we are going to do is, for all the top colleges, we are going to discuss the 2021 round 1 cutoff. Then we'll see the 2026 round 1 cutoff which just released. Now based on the difference that you have here, we'll be able to see whether the cutoff has increased or it has decreased. So this will give you an idea of what can be expected in round 2 2026 cutoff. Also for each college's CSE branch, we'll see the highest closing rank last year. So this will give you an idea whether you should wait for round 2 and round 3. So let's start. So again, we are discussing for outside home state for top colleges for CSE branch. Now let's start with the first college, USICT, University School of Information and Communication Technology. It's situated in 16C Dwarka. So for the branch dual degree in CSE, in 2025 in round 1, it closed at 27,680 rank, but in 2026 it closed later at 28,126. Since in 2026 you can see the rank is greater than the rank in 2025, that means the cutoff has fallen, and the cutoff has fallen by 446 ranks. Whereas for the same branch in the year 2025, the highest cutoff, or the cutoff you can say in the last round, the highest closing rank was 35,838. So if you are a student whose rank is within or lower than 35,838, then you have a chance to take admission in CSE's dual degree in USICT. Let's move on to the second college. On second position, we have Maharaja Agrasen Institute of Technology. In 2025, BTech CSE closed at 42,413, while in 2026, it closed at 44,869. So the cutoff has fallen by 2,456 ranks. And the same branch in 2025, the highest closing rank for this was 54,096 rank. Then on the third position, we have USAR, University School of Automation and Robotics. It is located in Surajmal, Bihar. Here we have the dual degree in Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. In 2025, it closed at 56,280 in round 1, whereas in 2026, it closed at 59,149. So the cutoff has dropped by 2,869 ranks. And in 2025, the highest cutoff for this particular branch was 72,354. Then the next is Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology, situated in Janakpuri in the West Delhi. In 2025's round 1, it closed at 54,501, but this year in round 1, it closed at 56,389. So the cutoff has fallen by 1,888 ranks. And for the same branch in 2025, the highest cutoff, the highest closing rank was 62,496. Then the next is Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering, Paschim Bihar, again in West Delhi. In 2025 round 1, it closed at 65,760, whereas in 2026 it closed at 68,215 ranks. So the cutoff has fallen by 2,455 ranks. And for the same branch, last year the highest closing rank was 79,459. So these were the top 5 colleges. Let's look at more colleges. We have top 10 colleges. So the next college is Bhagwan Parshuram Institute of Technology, situated in Rohini, BTech CSE branch. Last year in round 1, it closed at 66,003 rank, but this year it closed at 68,754 rank. So the cutoff has fallen by 2,751 rank, and the highest closing rank for this particular branch last year was 79,034 rank. Then the next is Guru Tegh Bahadur IT Rajouri Garden BTech CSE branch. Last year it closed at 71,953 at round 1. This year it closed at 80,444. The cutoff has fallen by 8,491 rank. That's quite a lot. And the highest closing rank for this particular branch last year was 94,662. Though you can expect more than this because already in round 1 the cutoff has fallen by more than 8,000 ranks. Then the next is VIPS Technical Institute Pithampur BTech CSE branch. Last year it closed at 81,247. This year it closed at 83,886 rank. So the cutoff has fallen by 2,639 rank, and BTech CSE closed in this particular institute at 1,07,324. This is the highest closing rank for BTech CSE in VIPS. The next is Dr. Akhilesh Das Gupta IPS Shastri Park BTech CSE branch. Last year it closed at 87,785 in round 1. This year it closed at 88,336. So the cutoff has fallen by 551 ranks. And the highest closing rank for this particular branch was 1,22,166 rank. Next is HMR Institute of Technology and Management BTech CSE branch. Again in round 1, last year it closed at 1,16,000. This year it closed at 1,29,000. So the difference or the cutoff has fallen by, you can say, 13,171, again a huge number. So this will also, the cutoff will also fall in round 2 and round 3 as well. And the highest closing rank for this particular branch last year was 1,76,201 rank. Now these were all the ranks for the outside home state category students. Now let's take a look at the home state category students, because a lot of Delhi state students also apply for GGSIPU counseling. So now we would be looking at the top 10 colleges and their respective cutoff for specifically the home state students. So here you will notice a difference. In the outside home state category, one thing that you must have noticed is that in all the colleges the cutoff has dropped, which is not the case for the home state students. The cutoff has increased in certain colleges. Let's start with the first one, USIT Dwarka. Last year dual degree CSE it closed at 38,638 in round 1. But this year it closed earlier at 35,314, which means the cutoff has increased, and the cutoff has increased by 3,324 ranks. And last year this particular branch, the dual degree CSE closed at 35,838. Moving on to the next college, Maharaja Agrasen Rohini. Last year in round 1 BTech CSE closed at 70,889, but this year it closed later at 71,153. So the cutoff has dropped by 264 ranks. And last year BTech CSE closed at 54,096 rank. Then USAR Surajmal, last year in round 1 it closed at 99,476, whereas this year it closed at 1,04,457 rank. So the cutoff has fallen by 4,981 rank. That's quite a lot of difference. And this particular branch, the dual degree Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning branch, last year it closed at a highest cutoff or a highest rank of 72,354. Then Maharaja Surajmal Institute of Technology, Janakpuri, BTech CSE last year in round 1 it closed at 96,135, whereas this year it closed at 97,863. So the cutoff has fallen by 1,728 ranks, and the highest closing rank for this particular branch last year was 62,496. The next is Bharati Vidyapeeth College of Engineering. Last year in round 1, BTech CSE closed at 1,32,000. This year in round 1, it closed at 1,35,000. So the cutoff has fallen by 3,191 rank, and the highest closing rank for this particular branch last year was 79,459. So again, these were the top 5 colleges. Let's look at more colleges. The next institute is Bhagwan Parshuram Institute, Rohini, BTech CSE. Last year it closed at 1,42,000 in round 1. This year it closed at 1,49,000. So the cutoff dropped by 7,105 ranks. Quite a lot of difference. Again, the highest closing rank for this was 79,034 last year. Next, Guru Tegh Bahadur Rajouri Garden BTech CSE. Last year in round 1 it closed at 1,75,000. This year in round 1 it closed at 1,85,000. So the cutoff has fallen by 11,168 rank, and last year this branch closed at a maximum of 94,600 662 for home state candidates. Next is VIPS Technical Institute B.Tech CSE. Last year it closed at 1,94,000, but this year it closed earlier at 1,91,000. So the cutoff has increased by 3,397 rank. And last year the highest closing rank for this branch was 1,07,000. Next, Dr. Akhilesh Das Gupta IPS Shastri Park. BTech CSE last year in round 1 it closed at 2,21,000. This year it closed earlier at 2,16,000. So the cutoff has increased by 4,153 ranks, and last year the highest closing rank for BTech CSE here was 1,22,000. Now depending for all the branches where the cutoff is increasing, we'll also have to see what happens in round 2 and round 3. Most probably for these branches, since in round 1 the cutoff is higher, we can expect similarly higher cutoff in round 2 and round 3. The way we expect a lower cutoff for all the branches where round 1 it has decreased. So the last institute is HMR Institute of Technology and Management. Last year in round 1, BTech CSE closed at 3,36,000. This year it closed at 3,44,000. So the cutoff has fallen by 8,693 rank. And the highest closing rank for BTech CSE last year was 1,76,000. So this was a complete analysis both for the outside state candidates as well as the home state candidates. Now, how do you use this information? Now, based on whether the cutoff has fallen or the cutoff has increased, you can guess what will happen in round 2, whether your name will count, whether you would be able to get a seat in round 2 or not. And based on all the previous year's ranks, all the ranks that are mentioned here, you will be able to get whether you will get a seat in the overall counseling or not. What is a safe score for you, what is a safe colleges for you, and how you can do the choice filling for round 2. Now the choice filling for round 2 is currently going on. Let's look at the schedule, because the schedule has been released for 2 days now, and there is a change that has happened. The change is that fresh registrations are also happening. That is, if you didn't register for round 1, now you can register for round 2 again. So fresh registration plus the fee payment, that is for the registration fee 2,500, and the document upload stage is currently going on. So for all the NLT candidates, that is any national level test, whether you have given JEE Main. Now for the BTech candidates, it's open for BTech, LLM and LLB, but we are specifically focusing on the BTech candidates. So you need your JEE Main score. For all the candidates who have given JEE exam, you can now participate in the GGSIPU counseling. So you'll need your JEE Main score. So this is for all the candidates who have given JEE Main in case of BTech. The window is between 13th July to 15th July for the fresh registration. Now all the other candidates, for them also round 2 registrations are currently going on. Now enrollment and document uploading is going on for BCA, BA, BA GMC, BCom, BBA 5-year integrated candidates. The window is the same, 13 July to 15 July. Now all for the BTech candidates, the choice filling for round 2 is going on. So new round 2 registrants, all the candidates who would be registering, the new registrants and the round 1 allottees with float. The students who had already registered for round 1, they chose the float option, and the round 1 registered but didn't fill any choices. All the students who didn't fill any choices and because of which they were not allotted any colleges, all those students, the students who had registered and were allotted a college and they chose the float option, those students, and the students who didn't register at all, who would be registering as a fresh registration. For all the candidates, the choice filling is going on. Choice filling means you need to select the colleges and you need to arrange them according to your preference. So the choice filling is also going on. The window is between 13th to 15th July. And the result for round 2, it will happen for all the candidates. Whether you are a fresh applicant or a already existing user, the result will be out on 16th July 2026. So this information is very important. Make sure if you haven't registered, this is the option or the period to register right now. And if you have already registered and you want to continue to round 2, then this is the time that you need to make a serious choice about the choice filling. So this was a complete analysis of the GGSIPU counseling for the BTech students. Now in case you have any doubts, let's say you want to cover more colleges. Right now we only discussed about the CSE and the allied branches. If you need similar data for ECE branch or for core branches, make sure you mention them in the comments. And for any counseling related help, this is the helpline that you need to reach out to. That was it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.